Hey everyone, I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and these are your angel messages for the week of May 17th, 2026. It is a collective general reading, so as the messages come through today, please take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it's meant for someone else. And please check your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. If you're not sure what those placements are, in the description box of this video is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Today I'll begin with Aries, work my way around the zodiac wheel ending at Pisces. Timestamps, as always, will be in the description box below. With all of that said now, let's begin. Hello, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Let's take a look now at your angel messages for the week of May 17th, 2026. Your angel number, 1234. Look at that. Okay. And your angel whisper, persistence. Keep going. You have completed a task that is in alignment with your soul's journey. The divine is letting you know that it sees you and that all of your persistence is paying off. You are being acknowledged. Your affirmation for the week is, I take steps to stay in alignment with my soul's journey and I reap the rewards of my persistence. Message from the universe. If you frequently give yourself permission to doodle, wander, and be totally unproductive, and you actually relish such interludes, I can guarantee that your genius, creativity, and productivity will increase exponentially. Message from your spirit guides. Bravery. You're being asked to make a tough decision that you've been putting off because of fear, which is understandable, but you do have the strength and bravery to make this decision, and you will feel so much lighter when you do. Message from Archangel Michael. You will manifest what you need. Card number 44. Express gratitude as if your plans have already come to pass. Trust that your angels are bringing you the assistance that you need. And your Moonology card here for the week, hold your vision, fixed moon. Okay, what is this all about here? For Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. And if you see a cat roaming around in the background, that's my old man, Sammy. What does Aries need to know about persistence, holding their vision, being brave? What do they need to know for the week ahead? One more shuffle. Thank you. What do you need to know, Aries? We have the Four of Cups. We have the Two of Swords. There's your decision, and there's your Hierophant. At the bottom of the deck, you have Six of Pentacles. Four of Cups. Why is the Four of Cups here? Why is the Four of Cups here? One more shuffle. Thank you. The Four of Cups is clarified by the Five of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. Two of Swords. Why is the Two of Swords here? One more shuffle. Thank you. Two of Swords is clarified by the Ace of Pentacles, the Empress, and Justice. Wow. And the Hierophant. Why is the Hierophant here? One more shuffle. Thank you. The Hierophant is clarified by the Eight of Cups, the Six of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we have Six of Pentacles. Okay. Aries, it looks like you have something here in your life that is already established. What that Hierophant is different for all of you. Long-term committed partnership, marriage, community group, or some type of community activity that you are involved in. Certainly could be a political or religious organization. And if you're looking at this in terms of career and finance, the Hierophant very well could be like the entity or corporation that you work with. Could even be in some respect in terms of like an institution, like a financial institution or a government institution. You seem to be displeased with the institution. Okay, with whatever that Hierophant is to you and that Four of Cups, you seem to be displeased with it. There's a feeling here of not feeling emotionally fulfilled with it or not being happy with it. We have the Five of Wands. There's either conflict with an individual or individuals involved in that Hierophant for you, or, and it could be both, I should say, and or. You could have conflict with the person or people involved with that, and or conflict within yourself about how to resolve the issue or what to do about the conflict. We have the Nine of Pentacles and we have the Eight of Pentacles. There almost seems here to be a decrease in your investment in whatever that Hierophant is. We go from the Nine of Pentacles investment to the Eight of Pentacles. I'm still showing up. I'm still devoted in some respect. I'm still working on whatever this is or working with whomever this is, but at a lesser degree. You have a decision here in the Two of Swords. You have the Ace of Pentacles, the Empress, and Justice. There's something here about you wanting justice, you wanting a fresh new opportunity. And I believe that you have this opportunity, whether you are aware of it or not. It's either yours for the making, yours for the creating, or yours for the taking. Again, different for all of you. It's a collective general reading. But there is something here that's trying to come through to you. And in that Two of Swords, I think this is the tough decision that you need to make. You're either moving towards this or you're staying where you're at, which doesn't necessarily seem to be very emotionally pleasing to you. The Hierophant is clarified by the Eight of Cups, the Six of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. I almost feel like it's like It's like an either or decision here for some reason. The Eight of Cups, again, you're not emotionally pleased with whomever or whatever this is. Six of Cups, you have engaged with it for quite some time, right? Six of Cups is there's some type of connection here that is familial to you, whether it's a soulmate or soul bond connection or an individual that you have nostalgic memories with, or again, if we're looking at in terms of like a group or institution that you have been involved with for quite some time. And then we have the Ace of Cups. So there's a feeling here of like, I don't know if I can renew this or fix this. Should I just move towards another opportunity? So if we want to look at this in context of work, this could be like, I'm really not happy with my job, but I'm not sure if maybe there's something here that I can do a bit differently in order to revive maybe my passion or my drive or even my love or creativity for the job itself. I have the opportunity here to move towards another job. This could be one that you already have, like it's already been offered to you, or you just know energetically, like if I were to put myself out there, I would be able to find another job, a replacement job. So you seem to be at odds here. There's a decision here that you need to make. Is there a way to renew this, or should I just move in a new direction? I know that currently I'm not happy. I'm going to continue to invest in this for now, but to a lesser degree. I feel like with this is, yes, you're being persistent in the sense of I'm not abandoning this quite yet, right? I still want to see if I can make this work in some way. But the decision you need to make is whether you're going to continue doing that or not, or if you're defaulting, if you will, to looking for this new opportunity. Again, making it, creating it, or taking it, for those of you where it's already on the table. Once you make your decision here, you will need to hold your vision. There's no going back. There's no waffling. There's no like, oh, did I make the right decision or not? There's something like that. You're like, once you make the decision, you'll need to hold your vision. And for some of you, what you need to manifest, because it says manifest what you need. I think what a lot of you need is clarity about what decision to make at this time. Can we get 3 cards, please, of advice here for the Aries Collective for the week ahead? One more shuffle. Thank you. Your advice, Hermit, the Queen of Cups, and the Four of Swords, bottom of the deck, Strength card. Hold yourself back this week from making any immediate decision. Your advice here seems to be like, unless this is like an emergency type of 911 situation, which it doesn't appear to be energetically, but again, use your discernment. But there is something here of like, if you don't need to make an immediate decision this week, don't make one. Hermit, go within, do the soul searching. Queen of Cups, do something nice for yourself this week. Queen of Cups is an individual who has unconditional love for self. The Four of Swords talks about respite, time out, go into meditation, be very passive. It is a card of passivity. So there's something here like no immediate decisions, go within, nurture yourself, and as you take care of yourself and your vibration lifts, the clarity you need will come to you. Strength, Star, and the Devil. That seems to be what you're battling here. It's like the devil you know versus the devil you don't know. So I just think you need to hold yourself back here from making any decision, and then the decision that you need will come to you in time. Let's get you some timing. When will the clarity come for Aries? Not every card in Tarot's timing, but let's see what we get. You want to show yourself. We have the Two of Pentacles. That's not really a timing card for me, although for some of you, it's possible that this has been weighing on you for the past 2 years. Can we get timing when Aries will have clarity? Timing on clarity. One more shuffle. Thank you. Timing on clarity. Page of Swords within 1 week. So I would say this week, no decision. The following week, it looks like at least the clarity comes to you. And then from there on out, you can make the decision that you need to make. Yeah, High Priestess. I feel like your intuition and this aha epiphany moment that you're having, like that moment of clarity, will be in sync, will be aligned. So it looks like maybe even moving into like that first week of June is when you'll have the clarity to make the decision on this. That is what I have for you, Aries, for the week ahead. Just be persistent and take care of yourself this week. Everything will work itself out within 7 to 14 days. That is what I have for you. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that on your mobile device. And don't forget to check out your other placements. Until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Let's take a look now at your angel messages for the week of May 17th, 2026. And of course, if you are a Taurus sun sign and you're celebrating your birthday in the final days of your season, I would like to wish you a very happy birthday. I guess I'm going to be stumbling over my words here. Maybe that is an extra message for you this week. Your angel number, 1616. Your whisper, willpower. Things may feel out of sync and not within your control. The whisper of the divine is asking that you remember that you are being supported and that your will is your superpower. Determination is your key right now. Your affirmation for the week: I call on my strength and willpower to take the lead. I accept and listen to the support of the divine within me. Message from the universe. You will be celebrating something very special soon. You'll be so full of joy and happiness, it will almost seem out of this world how suddenly it all happens for you. Be ready for it, expect it, because it is happening. Message from your spirit guides. Resolution. Whatever it is that you have been struggling with, it is about to be resolved. Remember that resolution doesn't always happen in the way we hope or want, but being able to move forward and start fresh always brings relief. Message from Archangel Michael. It's time to play. Card number 17. You're working too hard and worrying about everything. Seek out joyous experiences to bring balance into your life. And your Moonology card here for the week, look at the bigger picture, full moon and Sagittarius. If you're going through a difficult time, Taurus, you need to look at the bigger picture. The difficult time is temporary. Resolution, it's on its way to you. And for this week, maybe you just need to just chill out and relax a little bit and power through, right? Power through the difficult time. There are better days ahead, better days coming for you. Tell me more about this here, please, for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What do they need to know about willpower, resolution, and looking at the bigger picture? One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the Ace of Cups, we have the King of Wands, and we have the Page of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we have Five of Cups, Two of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. Okay, Ace of Cups. Why is the Ace of Cups here? Why is the Ace of Cups here for Taurus? One more shuffle. Thank you. Ace of Cups is clarified by the Chariot, the Five of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. So it appears here this is what you're pushing through. Some type of disappointing situation, environment, or connection. You're like, enough of that. I need to push through. So there's your willpower. Tell me about the King of Wands. I just saw the Hierophant card. Tell me about the King of Wands here. One more shuffle. Thank you. King of Wands is clarified by the Emperor, the Five of Pentacles, and the Ten of Wands. Bottom of the deck, the Devil. Okay. So this is someone in your energy, whether they are like energetically attached to you or you're actually dealing with them in the everyday 3D. This is someone that you deem to be toxic. Devil to the Ten of Swords. Oh, geez. This is someone that you no longer feel the urge to invest in. And why do I say that? Well, at some point in time, I think you saw this person as a counterpart. In that Emperor could be Empress energy. I don't read body parts. And typically when we meet a counterpart, the ideal business partner, right, the ideal boss, the ideal, whatever it is, friend or lover, we want to invest and we take the initiative, right, to invest in that person. So for me, queens exist in the present because they process the past and kings take action. And I have you here saying in fire energy, maybe some of you maybe have an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placement, but either way, you're saying, I'm choosing to no longer invest in this person or to reduce my investment in this person. So I don't know, for some of you, this is someone who's cycled out of your life, but they're still like energetically tied, or there's some things to clean up there before the connection like formally like dissolves. For others of you, this person is in your life, but you have them at arm's length this week. So you're going to have to take it how it resonates to you. But this person has done something here over and over again in the Nine of Wands that has left you very defensive. Seven of Wands. There's some type of cycle here, repetitive betrayal or backstabbing. And I have a group of Taurians here where it's like enough. So yeah, for some of you, you're still engaging with this person, but to a lesser degree. And even to that lesser degree, you find it difficult to engage with this person with that Ten of Wands. For others of you, this person is not in your life, but you are still energetically corded to them. Either way, there's disappointment with this person, with the connection that you had or have with them, but you seem to be powering through. And I think that's what Source is telling you this week, like push through, willpower. When we look at the four Knights in Tarot, the Knight of Cups is the Knight that plays more, right? That is the Knight that is more imaginary and a bit creative. Not as impulsive as the Knight of Wands, not as slow as the Knight of Pentacles, and not as reckless as the Knight of Swords. So there's something here about like powering through and taking care of yourself this week, because something is coming in here. Page of Cups, okay? Page of Cups. You're going to be celebrating something very soon. So I don't know who this is for you, but something better is coming in. Tell me about that Page of Cups. Tell me about the Page of Cups. One more shuffle. Thank you. Page of Cups is clarified by Three of Wands. This is something you've been waiting for. Four of Cups and the Six of Cups. Bottom of the deck, the Empress. Well, look at you. Empress to the Two of Wands to the Sun card. Taurus, you've been waiting for this. You've been waiting for this financial opportunity. You've been waiting for this job. You've been waiting for this person. You've been waiting for this, maybe even like a romantic partner. But you've been waiting for this. Three of Wands, look, it's like, I'm waiting. The Five of Cups is like, yep, I'm stuck right now dealing with this emotional, turmoil or disappointment, but I'm dreaming of this. It's like you've been dreaming of the Ace of Cups coming in, and it is. It's coming in. Let's get you timing. Not every card in tarot is timing, but let's see what we get. So I think for this week, you need to push through and love yourself. Take good care of yourself this week, regardless of what's happening with this person. You need to look at the bigger picture. This is temporary, or as temporary as you choose to make it, because you have the opportunity here for something better to come in. Can we get timing for Taurus when the better comes in? Not every card in tarot is timing, but if I have to get into the timing deck, I will. One more shuffle. Thank you. Timing. Taurus, Nine of Pentacles. That's not a card, a timing card for me. The bottom of the deck is the Seven of Wands, Taurus. And for me, wands are days, so we're talking 7 days. Can I get timing for Taurus? When does the new opportunity come in? New opportunity for Taurus Collective. There have been delays. Trust in divine timing. A little clearer on timing, please, for Taurus. A little clearer. Next week. Well, and I did say that Seven of Wands is next week. Take steps to speed it up here is at the bottom of the deck. So whatever you're going through here, Taurus, it's like power through, willpower, time to buckle down, right? Sort of grab yourself by the bootstraps, if you will, to power through this. Loving yourself, finding more experiences here that are joyful to you. Maybe some of you have a pet here. This person's like playing Frisbee or using a pentacle, if you will, to play Frisbee with a dog. So whether you have someone, you don't, you have pets, you don't, there's something here, maybe even like getting out of the house since they're outside in that card and finding the joy again, because within the next 7 days, you have the opportunity to connect with someone else, okay? And it's not this person. And remember what I always say about connections. You have to put yourself out there, right? To find the job, to find a friend, to, you know, find the community group that you want to connect with, or whomever, whatever this is, or even like a love partner. But provided you do that, this dream, wish, hope here that you've sort of been like praying for and dreaming about is coming in. 3 cards of advice here for Taurus for the week ahead. 3 cards of advice for Taurus. One more shuffle. Thank you. Your advice, Taurus. Knight of Wands, the Sun card, and 2 of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Pentacles. There's something here about enjoying yourself and not to worry about this. Like, this is coming in. I know you have a 3 of Swords with this person, but what you want is coming in. For this week, just try to find ways to have fun. Like I said, that could be like watching a funny movie, going out on your own. Sometimes the Knight of Wands could be a card of travel. So if you can travel, even locally, there's something like that here, like doing things that please you, that make you happy. Don't sit around waiting for the new opportunity to come in. It will present itself sooner rather than later. Resolution is coming to you, and you will be celebrating whatever or whomever that is. That is what I have for you, Taurus, for the week ahead. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video on your mobile device if you're able to do that. And don't forget to check out your other placements. Until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Gemini Twin Gang. Hope you're doing well. If you're celebrating your birthday in the early days of our season, I'd like to wish you a very happy birthday. This is for Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Let's take a look now at your angel messages for the week of May 17th, 2026. Your angel number 777. Your whisper is alignment. Your progress is recognized and alignment is here. It is within your reach. The whisper is reminding you to stay the course and feel source working through you. Your gifts are being recognized. Your affirmation, I blossom and bloom as I use my gifts. All things simply align as I feel the feeling of the divine. I always love that affirmation. Message from the universe. In relationships, the biggest thing you must look for is consistency. Freaking men. Every time you forgive someone who is not being consistent with you, you're giving them permission to hurt you again. And you, Gemini, deserve better. It does say that. It doesn't say the Gemini part, but it does say you deserve better. Message from your spirit guides. Patience. You're being asked to practice patience right now. It's not easy to do this, but you are strong, and there's a reason why things aren't aligning in the way you want them to in this very moment. Have patience. It will eventually all work out. So something that hasn't been in alignment is now coming into alignment for you. Message from Archangel Michael. Have no fear. Card number 14. So again, I feel like alignment is coming. Fear is a trap of the ego. Allow me to use my sword of light to free you from the disquieting feelings that have been holding you back. And your Moonology card here for the week. Believe in the impossible. Blue moon. We actually have a blue moon. I believe it's a blue moon. It is the full moon in Sagittarius at the end of this month. And that is our opposite sign for those of you who are Gemini sun placements. So tell me more about this here for Gemini, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Have no fear. Be patient. Something that wasn't in alignment is coming into alignment. Believe in the impossible. Tell me more about this here, please, for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Some of you have high Sagittarius placements as well. Like you could be a Sag Sun and a Gemini Moon and you're watching this. One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have Chariot. It's coming in fast. Knight of Swords coming in fast. Seven of Swords. Bottom of deck, Queen of Pentacles. All right, let's get some clarity on this. And Gemini was like, yes, yes. Saw the Seven of Swords and went, oh, what the... The Chariot. Why is the Chariot here for Gemini? I don't mean to laugh. We're all going through it together to some degree. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Chariot is clarified by the Lovers, the King of Wands, and the Two of Cups. So you have a partnership here that's coming towards you. Okay, someone is choosing here, possibly a fire sign, to come towards you. Knight of Swords, some type of communication or offer. Now, this could be anyone, okay? That Two of Cups, I know we have the Lovers card, but the Lovers is choice. So when we're clarifying the Chariot, it's like this person is choosing to connect with you. It could be a friend, it could be your child, it could be a lover, someone could be a boss, or someone who's proposing a new, job to you. For those of you where you've been looking for a job, it could be someone who wants to collaborate with you. It certainly could be a new love interest for those of you seeking that. So tell me about the Knight of Swords, okay? This is coming in very fast. We have the Knight of Pentacles. There's your patience. So I think you need to be patient, Gemini. You need to be patient with the communication offer opportunity that is coming in here. Tell me more about that Knight of Swords. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Knight of Swords is further clarified by Nine of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. So you need to be a little bit patient. Something that wasn't in alignment is coming into alignment. You have an individual here who's coming towards you to want to work with you, collaborate with you. Tell me about the Seven of Swords. Why is the Seven of Swords here? Why is the Seven of Swords here? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Seven of Swords is clarified by the Three of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Three of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we have Ace of Wands. Okay, you're probably not going to want to hear it, okay? This is, for most of you, this is someone that you've had that Three of Swords moment with. And again, I don't know who it is, professional, platonic, or romantic. And I don't know how long ago that Three of Swords happened because it's a general collective reading. But there is someone who is coming in after some type of Three of Swords moment to provide you with an offer opportunity to collaborate, connect, or reconnect with them. You seem to not trust this person. Ace of Wands, Empress, and the Five of Cups. You seem to not trust this person. Why does Gemini not trust this person? Why does Gemini not trust this person? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Why do you not trust this person? Death card, Hierophant, and the Eight of Wands. Bottom of the deck, the Fool. Wow. Okay, so you don't trust this person because the last time you attempted to work with them, it just didn't work out. Something failed here. The business failed, the relationship failed. You may have felt like that your values were not aligned, or the mission or purpose of the project you were working on was not aligned. So something like that here. There was some type of communication that occurred that sort of like put an end to this and made you realize like we don't want the same thing here. So it could be even like a business partner, right? And you want to sell a particular service and they want to sell a particular product. It could be a romantic partner. You wanted something long, more foundational in that Hierophant energy, like long-term commitment, and they didn't. So, or vice versa. Okay, I don't know where you are on that, but it appears here that this is a person who's coming in now with this opportunity. Reconcile, hey, let's fix this. Let's talk about this. Let's work on this, right? Let's work on this. Fool card, Four of Wands, Queen of Swords, Six of Wands, they're coming right at you. So again, I don't know who that is. I'll try to get you a little bit more on this. So if you had, I would say that if you had that Three of Swords moment with anyone in your life, professional, platonic, or romantic, it looks like they're coming in with some type of an apology even, like to reconcile with you. Okay, there's no other way for me to read this. Tell me more about that. King of Wands, could be Queen of Wands. I don't read body parts. We'll take it. We have the Ten of Cups. We have the Magician, and we have the Four of Swords. Bottom of the deck, the Fool card shows itself again. This is someone that you've been hoping and praying for. This is also someone hoping and praying that they could heal the connection with you. So maybe you had some cutting words with this person, or a disagreement with the coworker, or maybe there's some bad blood here between you and your neighbor. I know that I've had that issue here. If you've been watching my readings for 25 months, you know that. So whoever this person is, they're feeling drawn or inclined to come towards you and say, hey, I know that this happened, but I do want to work on this. And it looks like there's an apology here. Let's get you 3 cards of advice. So if this is what you've been hoping for or praying for, believe in the impossible. If you are looking for a different type of reading, please check your other placements. 3 cards of advice here for Gemini. One more shuffle. Thank you. Your advice. 6 of Swords. Oof, 9 of Swords and 8 of Swords. Bottom of that, King of Pentacles. There's something here in terms of advice, like push through all of that, like the doubts, the fears. They're saying have no fear. Whether you want to reconnect with this person or not, you need to like push through. You need to be more clear-minded. You can't get so caught up in your head about, is this coming back together again? What do I do now? There's something here like focus on today. Focus on today. Can we get more advice on that? And there's something like in the Six of Swords, she's like pushing through, right, on that boat. And she's doing this herself. I say she, there's a woman on the card. It could be a masculine. Don't be offended. But typically in the Six of Swords, there's an individual who's paddling the boat. And there's one or two other people in it. But this is something you need to do. You need to push through the doubts, the fears, the anxieties, and keep going. Like in an effort to clear your mind. Any other advice here for Gemini? One more shuffle. Thank you. I also notice in the deck that I use for you, there are 3 swords on each side of this. Okay, so I feel like both parties were injured or wounded in whatever transpired here. Typically, the cards are split up differently, like the swords are split up differently on the different decks. But I noticed here there are 3 swords on each side of her. So there is something here about, I feel like both parties here were injured. It also could be for some of you, it hurts to stay in this. It also hurts to move on from this. So take that how it resonates. Any other healing advice here for that 9 of Swords to 8 of Swords? One more shuffle. Thank you. Any other healing advice? 9 of Cups, Hangman, and the 8 of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Swords. The confirmation, communication that you want is coming to you. Can we get timing for Gemini? When is that information or communication coming in? I think for right now, you just need to pause and reflect on what makes me truly happy, 9 of Cups, and then do something nice here for yourself. Work on something that will make you happy, whether it's your business, improving a skill, going out with friends, watching a funny movie, whatever that 9 of Cups is for you. Find at least one of those cups to fill this week. Can we get timing for Gemini? When is this communication coming in? One more shuffle. Thank you. Okay. We had a flipper. King of Pentacles. That is Taurus season. Okay. Bottom of that, King of Swords. 1 week. Because the king holds a sword, and for me, swords are weeks. So we're looking at within the final days here of Taurus season is when you are receiving this communication. That is what I have for you, Gemini, for the week ahead. In the meantime, just do things that please you and make you happy. The conversation you want is coming by the end of the month, by that full moon in Sagittarius. That is what I have for you. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. Don't forget to check out your other placements. Until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Let's take a look now at your angel messages for the week of May 17th, 2026. Your number, 333. Love it. Your whisper, potential. Your chance to reach your highest of potentials is here. Perseverance has gotten you to where you are. You have been through so much, and this guidance is here to show you that you are exactly where you need to be. Your affirmation for the week is, my potential is infinite. I use my strength as my ally to pursue my highest good. Message from the universe. The reason some people have walked away from you for no reason has absolutely nothing to do with you. I want to repeat that. The reason why some people have walked away from you has absolutely nothing to do with you. They have been removed from your life because the universe is taking you to the next level. They have already served their purpose in your life. Let them go. Let them keep moving. You need to keep moving as well because something better is coming. Something, someone. Message from your spirit guides, focus. You are being asked to shift your focus away from what isn't working, okay, and turn your attention towards what is working. Pay extra close attention where you place your focus. Focus is the first step toward creating an amazing life. So whatever has transpired here with this person or these people, I know it's easier said than done, like not to focus on them or not to focus on the loss, but it's time for you to start focusing on you again. Message from Archangel Michael. Open your heart. Card number 22. No one is perfect. Stop judging yourself and others. Let love heal this situation. And if you don't want to reconnect with this person or these people, then just allow love, divine love, to heal you at this time. Your Moonology card here for the week. A win-win outcome is forecast. Full moon in Libra. So whether you reconnect with this person or these people or not, you're going to be okay. But Libra is the house of partnerships, marriage, contracts, whether they are professional, platonic, or romantic. So your message here from Source is like, you're going to be okay either way. And I think that's what you need to believe in. And maybe that's what you need to focus on this week. Like, I'm going to be okay no matter what happens. Tell me more about this here, please, for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What do they need to know about potential, focus, and a win-win outcome is forecast? You're going to be okay either way. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Death card. That's whatever has ended, right? 10 of Swords and the 4 of Wands. You're going to be okay. Bottom of the deck, Six of Pentacles. All right, there's some gift here coming to you from the universe. Page of Swords, some type of communication. Okay, Death card. Tell me why the Death card is here. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Death card is clarified by the Emperor, the Five of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. Well, who wants that in your life anyway? Let's be honest. Bottom of the deck, Nine of Pentacles. Now, it's possible for some of you that this person actually passed away. In that respect, I give you my sincerest condolences. But this doesn't seem to be the energy of someone who passed away. This seems to be the energy of someone who used their position in your life to manipulate you, and they knowingly did that for a long time because it served them. So again, this is not the energy of the person who passed away. If you did have someone pass away, Ten of Swords, Death card again, my love is with you. But this is someone who is effing you over for a long time and taking your grace and your beauty and your magic for granted. They served their purpose. Let them go. Even like if they're no longer in your life, like energetically let them go. Ten of Swords. Tell me about the Ten of Swords. Tell me about the Ten of Swords. One more shuffle. Thank you. Ten of Swords is clarified by the Magician, the Sun card, and the Devil. Bottom of the deck, King of Pentacles. So you have a choice here. You have a choice on whether or not you are going to manifest a new beginning here for yourself, something that is brighter and exciting and warm and healing and loving and a vibrational match to you, or you can manifest this person, again, not if they had passed away, but if they're living. I think for 90% of you, this energy is living. Or you can manifest them right back. This is completely on where you put your focus. And remember, our thoughts become our reality. Excuse me. Our thoughts become our reality. So you get to manifest what you want here. A new beginning elsewhere, or a new beginning with someone who is toxic, who mistreated you, who manipulated you, or who used you. Four of Wands. Tell me about the Four of Wands. Tell me about the Four of Wands. One more shuffle. Thank you. Four of Wands is clarified by the Tower, the Page of Cups, and the Six of Swords. Bottom of that, Queen of Cups. Is that if they manifest better? If we get an Ace or Major Arcana card, that'll be yes. Four of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the World card. So there is something here like that. Eight of Wands. This is going to come in very quickly, okay? But it does require you to put an end to manifesting this person back. And I know you don't want to hear that, or some of you don't want to hear that. Some of you want to stay connected to this boss or this friend or this family member or this lover, or like you're calling your ex back in. But I feel like that Four of Wands comes in. Thank you. Judgment. I was going to say, as soon as you make the decision, as soon as you make the judgment call to move in another direction. And maybe for some of you, that Six of Swords, like physically relocate, if that's what you're thinking. I don't want to put any thoughts in your head, but if you've been having the itch here to travel or to physically move, then that would most likely be where you meet the next blank, the next friend or the next lover. If that's not of interest to you or not something you can do right now, whoever this other person is, tell me more about the new person coming in. Again, there's like a new boss, a new friend, or a new lover here. And you can manifest them in. Four of Swords, Queen of Wands, and the King of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Pentacles. This is your match. This is a healing connection. Two people that are, if this is like you and a business partner, same entrepreneurial skills, same business skills, a big expansive view on how they run a business. This is a perfect match, okay, when it comes to having a business partner. If this is a romantic partner, there's passion, there's lust, but there's love. These are not knights. These are not princesses. This is a king and a queen, regardless of body parts. And this is a very healing Four of Swords type of connection. So if you want to manifest this person back, I feel like you end up with the same outcome you've always had. If you want to be a little bold and brave and manifest someone entirely new, then that someone entirely new comes in for you. Your thoughts will become your reality. So where you put your focus, that's your outcome. Can we get 3 cards of advice here, please? 3 cards of advice here. One more shuffle. Thank you. Your advice. 2 of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, and 10 of Cups. Bottom of the deck, 2 of Pentacles. You can't see it now, but this is your moment to move towards someone better. Whoever that person may be, whatever station or position they have in your life. This is your moment to say, this time, I'm going to manifest something healthier for myself. And before you know it, that other person, it's like, enters frame. So do with that what you will. That is what I have for you for the week ahead. If you like those messages, they resonate with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, comment, subscribe, hype the video if you're able to do that on your mobile device, and don't forget to check out your other placements. Until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Let's take a look now at your angel messages for the week of May 17th, 2026. Your angel number 1818 and your whisper for the week is optimism. Successful manifestation of your abundance is near. Higher levels of optimism are needed as new abundant beginnings are now on the horizon. Brighter days always come after the darkest of nights. Your affirmation for the week is everything is in perfect order as I enter into this next chapter of my journey and connect to the abundance that is near. Message from the universe. Just because something is not happening right now doesn't mean that it never will. Divine timing is at play. I know that we hate that term or that phrase. Please be patient and trust the process. So there's something here about being optimistic in the face of something that just, it's almost like you feel like you're pushing against a wall right now. Message from your spirit guides. Break free. You're being asked to break free from the tribe in order to live your authentic life. This isn't easy, but it's very necessary if you're going to share your true self with others. Be brave, be real, and be you, and trust that those who love you will always be there for you. Message from Archangel Michael. Your vibration is rising. Card number 43. This is a time of great spiritual growth for you. You are evolving to occupy a higher energetic frequency. And your Moonology card here for the week, balance, spirituality, and practicality. Full moon in Pisces. I think what some of you need to break free from is the negative mindset, if you will, like this is not going to work out. I'm never going to find a job. I'm never going to find this person. This business will never launch, or this class is too hard. I'm never going to pass it. You know, whatever this is here for you, I think being a little bit more optimistic will raise your vibration. So there could be something here about balancing spirituality and practicality. So believing in what you want, but being practical about it, that just because it's not coming in now doesn't mean that it's not coming in. Can I get 3 cards here, please, for the Leo Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements for the week ahead? One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the 5 of Cups. That's that. It's never coming in, but the 4 of Wands is like, yes, it is. And then we have the 4 of Pentacles, which, believe it or not, is balanced, right? This individual is balancing. They have 2 pentacles at their feet. They're holding on to a pentacle, and on top of their head, there is a pentacle balancing. So the opportunity, whatever the Ace of Pentacles is to you, I think that's what you need to balance. I believe in it. I know it's coming to me. 5 of Cups. Tell me about this disappointment, this emotional setback. One more shuffle. Thank you. 5 of Cups is clarified by the Magician, the King of Cups, and the 3 of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Page of Swords. So it's like, I'm waiting. I've manifested this. My heart is open to it. And the 3 of Wands, I'm waiting. And in the wait, there is sadness and loss and regret and remorse and grief of like, I don't know. I thought I did everything right. I opened up my heart. I asked for what I wanted. I put in the effort, right? I have all 4 aces. I put in the effort. Why is no one publishing my book? Why is, you know, the job I applied to not getting back to me? Why can't I find a love partner? Why can't I repair the connection with this person that I want to repair a connection with? So there is a feeling here of like, I thought I did everything right. And why is it not yielding the results that I want? 4 of Wands. Tell me about the 4 of Wands. Tell me about the 4 of Wands. One more shuffle. Thank you. The 4 of Wands is clarified by the Page of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune. I know you don't want to hear it. And the Death card. Divine timing here is at play. Page of Cups, the offer, the opportunity, whatever it is here that you're waiting for is coming in. It will transform your life. 2 of Swords, you can't see it now. And then we have the Tower card to Temperance. So it's like it is being brought in to you. 4 of Pentacles. Tell me about the 4 of Pentacles, the balancing here. Excuse me. Balancing. I noticed that my throat started going even during like the Cancer reading. And I wonder if that was, I was already like stepping into your energy there. I'm wondering if, I wonder if what you actually need to do is to start speaking this into existence. Like speaking as if you already landed the job, you have the person, the reconciliation is happening. Because the words we speak, not just to others or out loud to ourselves, but like in our thoughts are also words, right? They're words that we speak to ourselves. So there's something here about speaking as if this has already come to pass. This is already yours. Talking to yourself that way, talking to others that way. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The 4 of Pentacles, clarified by the Page of Swords, the Devil card, and the Knight of Swords. Bottom of the deck, the Queen of Wands. So what you want is coming in, but there is something here about thinking and speaking negative thoughts, right? Devil to the Page of Swords to Knight of Swords. It's like when I talk to other people, I'm in a very like pessimistic attitude. I have a very, you know, I convey a very pessimistic attitude. When I think about it to myself, I convey a very pessimistic attitude. When I'm roaming around and doing things, I'm mumbling to myself that this thing is just never coming in. So there is something here about like the words that you speak to others, to yourself, even the thoughts that you have are pessimistic in nature. Tell me more about what is coming in. And that's what you need to break free from. Tell me more about what is coming in here for Leo. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the Six of Cups, we have the Lovers, and we have the Strength card. Oh, shush. Bottom of the deck, the Emperor. Whatever it is that you want here, you claim it how you want. It's a collective general reading. Do you want the business success? Do you want the job? Do you want the romantic partner? Do you want reconciliation with a past person? Whether that's like an ex-friend or a family member you stopped talking to or an ex-lover. It's on the table here for you. But how you speak about it to others, how you speak about it to yourself, and the thoughts you think about it will determine whether or not this comes in or what form it comes in. Let's get you 3 cards of advice. 3 cards of advice here, please, for Leo. One more shuffle. Thank you. Your advice. Hangman, 5 of Wands, and the 7 of Swords. Bottom of the deck, 9 of Wands. It's so terrible to say to you. I love the Leo Collective. If you've been on my channel for a hot minute, you know that. There's something here about seeing it from another perspective. The words you're speaking about this and the thoughts you're speaking are sabotaging the ability for this to come in, or to come in the way you want or within the time frame that you need it to come in. So there's something here about recognizing that wound. So sometimes I can see the Nine of Wands as a repetitive pattern, but I could also see the Nine of Wands as a wound. It is the wounded healer. So there is something like you need to heal this wound within you, where you're speaking negatively about this or pessimistically about this. That is what I have for you, Leo. I think if you can change that, what you want comes in. That's what I have for you, my dear. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video on your mobile device if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Let's take a look now at your angel messages for the week of May. I was almost going to say March, May 17th, 2026. So I don't know if maybe for some of you something specific happened on March 17th. That might just be added confirmation for some of you. But either way, let's take a look at your messages. Your angel number 911, courage. A doorway has opened for you. And while apprehension may be felt, allow courage to flow in as you put your best foot forward. You are being encouraged to let curiosity lead you and know that the divine has your back. Your affirmation for the week is, I allow courage to prevail as curiosity leads me through new doors. So some type of 911 tower moment here occurred for you. Maybe it was something you didn't see coming. Towers could be triggered by other individuals, by the universe, when it's looking to deconstruct something in your life that's no longer working. And sometimes we can generate the tower itself, right? Like when we quit a job or we abruptly stop talking to someone. In the face of that 911 event, whatever that was for you, there is something here about having courage. The message from the universe. If you're feeling stuck in any area of your life, and it could be post this, right, post this happening, in any area of your life, whether it is in a relationship, a job, or just a situation, ask yourself, what is stopping me from leaving? Yes, leaving is scary, but sometimes it is the right step to take. Be brave. We are right beside you. So have courage. Be brave. Your angels are with you. You are meant to move on from this situation, environment, or connection. As crappy as that may sound right now. Message from your spirit guides. Change. You're being asked to change a part of yourself that no longer feels like the person you've become or are becoming. Change isn't always easy, but letting go of this outdated part of yourself will allow you to align with your true self. So whatever this was, your business, employment with someone else, for someone else, working, collaborating with someone, a group of people, friends, family member, lover, whoever this was, this change needed to happen. This was no longer in alignment with who you needed to become for the next chapter or in the next chapter of your life. Message from Archangel Michael. Deeper insights are at hand. Card number 8. Your overall plan is good, but the details need work. Reflect before moving forward. So there's a need here like, okay, this has come to an end. I'm feeling a bit stuck. I don't know what I do now. There's something here, understanding that had to go or you had to walk away from that. But before you move forward, this is card number 8. And in the major arcana portion of tarot, card number 9 is the Hermit, which is you, Virgo. So there's something here about like, let's not do anything yet, because 8 of Pentacles would be working on something new. The 9 of Pentacles is very singular. So again, we go back to that Hermit, card number 9, very singular. So I would say to pause this week before you do anything. Your Moonology card here for the week is your hard work is paying off. New Moon in Capricorn. Okay, tell me more about this here For Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Something here you've been thinking about doing, or I'm stuck. I don't know what to do about this. Time out. Why is that? 3 cards here for Virgo for the week ahead, please. One more shuffle. Thank you. Because there's a new door coming. I allow courage to prevail as curiosity leads me through new doors. I hope this mic is connected. It is, okay. The World. Okay, so you did have something close out on you. 9 of Cups and the Death card. Wow, this is really big transformation here for you. Queen of Swords. Okay, the World card. Tell me about the World card. Something here closed out for you, or is in the process of closing out for you. I don't know where you are on the Virgo timeline. Tell me about the World card. This is like I had it up to here and can't take anymore. One more shuffle. Thank you. I think for a lot of you, you triggered this. Queen of Pentacles. There you are, whether you're masculine or feminine. The Moon and the 7 of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, the Tower. I knew that there was a Tower there. So in some way, and don't be upset, okay, if this isn't your message, it's not your message. But you triggered this Tower, okay? Either you abruptly quit the connection, or you abruptly quit the job, or you abruptly quit your association, or you had invested in whomever or whatever this is for so long. It was not yielding the results that you wanted, and at some point in time, you manifested an ending through your thoughts. You're like, God, I just want this to end. I don't want to work here anymore. I don't want to deal with this person anymore. I want better for myself. Any type of words like that, I feel like they were heard. And so that's why that Tower came in, whether it was triggered by the other entity, or the universe itself just created something unfortunate, or you decided, I've had it up to here, and I can't take any more type of feeling. But, and you might not realize that, especially for those of you where you manifest this. Now, I'm not blaming you for the ending. It was the right thing to do. But if you're sitting here lamenting over the ending, it's like, don't put rose-colored glasses on, because that was not a good thing for you. 9 of Cups. This is where you're supposed to be headed. 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment, happiness, nurturing something new in your life, feeling plentiful, feeling satisfied. One more shuffle here. Thank you. And no longer being dependent or codependent on whomever or whatever that was. 9 of Cups, clarified by the Page of Pentacles. You have something new coming in. Okay, Page of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, King of Swords. You have something new coming in. I don't know what exactly this is here for. You could be coming in from a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have the 3 of Cups. We have the 7 of Wands. Whatever's coming in is different than what is leaving or, has left. And you might be a little resistant to that. Maybe you had a job at ABC Corporation in this particular industry. You're putting out applications and resumes. Suddenly you get a job offer and you're like, oh, it's in a different industry, or it's a different type of position. You might be a little resistant to take it. It's not like it's not an equal match, but it is a better match. So it's like you've been a hairdresser your whole life, and you quit the salon, and now you put out applications and resumes, and a place calls you and says, listen, we don't have a chair available for a hairdresser, but you do have some great qualifications. We can take you on as a receptionist, and you can handle our bookkeeping, or not our bookkeeping, but like our scheduling. You can be our host, right? Our host or hostess when the clients come in. That will help you get acclimated to the business, and when a chair opens up, it's yours. So there's something like that here at play. It's like it's a little bit different than what closed out, but it has better long-term sustainable results for you. The Death card. Tell me about the Death card here. Tell me about the Death card. One more shuffle. Thank you. Death card is clarified by the 4 of Pentacles, the Sun, and the 10 of Wands. Bottom of the deck, 7 of Cups. Oh, what is that saying that I just got? You can't see the forest through the trees. Right now, you're bogged down in this ending, in this loss. See that 10 of Wands? This person can't see it. The 4 of Pentacles, they're stuck. So being stuck in this, or the feeling of why did this end, somebody could have a little anger or resentment that it ended, or that it ended the way it ended, or that you felt forced to end it. For those of you who were like, you triggered that Tower moment, and you can't see what's coming ahead. But what's trying to peek through these clouds is this Sun, 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. Something that is far better for you emotionally, spiritually, physically, definitely financially. Tell me more about that Sun card that's trying to come in. So I feel like keep pushing through right now. Like, don't go back. I think it was a Libra reading that I did a couple of months ago. And it was like, don't make a U-turn. There's nothing back there. Whatever was back there, if it was meant to stay in your life, it would still be in your life today. The job, the business, the friend, the community group. And this could even be like needing to disengage from like a community group online, because we saw the 3 of Cups at the bottom of the deck, which could talk about community, the world, World Wide Web. So even for some of you, like maybe you had to like leave some type of like online forum or group or Facebook group or something like that that you were always part of. But there's nothing back there for you. Tell me about that Sun card. One more shuffle. Thank you. Sun card, Tower. Yeah. This is going to come in as quickly as that went out. And this could not have come in until that went out. And that's a deeper insight that's at hand. So when you get this job, this friend, the new lover, like whatever this is, you're going to be like, oh, well, now I understand why that didn't work out. The Tower, the Ten of Pentacles, come on. And the Two of Swords, you can't see it now. Bottom of the deck, the Devil. You were giving at Seven of Pentacles to this. That's a lot of time. That's a lot of love. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of talent. You know, again, whatever this was for you, that's a lot of community. That's a lot of partnership investment. And you gave and gave and gave, and you waited. You waited endlessly for a return on that investment. That was never going to get to the Ten of Pentacles. But that will. That will. And you can't see it right now. Devil, Eight of Swords, and the Chariot. Oh, my word. You can't see it now because you're filled with the what ifs. I can't believe that happened. I can't believe they left me. I can't believe I had to quit. I can't believe I had to walk away. I can't believe they forced my hand. Anything else we need to know about what's coming in? Anything else Virgo needs to know? So if you're feeling stuck right now, a change is coming. And it's a good change. And when it comes in, you're going to be like, okay, that's why that didn't work out. One more shuffle. Thank you. Anything else you need to know about this? Knight of Wands, Six of Swords, and Seven of Cups. Keep going. Bottom of the deck, Eight of Swords again. I know you can't see. You can't see. But it's coming. I always say the Eight of Swords is the minor arcana card to the Devil card, even though it's not astrologically speaking. It's actually a Gemini card. But as a Gemini, your mercurial cousin, I know that when we get trapped in the Eight of Swords, it could be repetitive, right? On one side of this person, they're flanked with Three Swords, heartbreak, disappointment. On the other side, Five of Swords. So maybe manipulation occurred here, gaslighting, you felt betrayed, some cutting words, something was unfair, you could have felt ganged up on. Instead of thinking all of this, or I should say about all of this, there's something here about look where you're headed. Something that is fun, creative, inspiring, passionate, opens up more doors, more pathways, more people. You know, even if this is like a romantic partner, this is someone you're passionate about, they're passionate about you, they're crazy about you. Don't look at what was driving you crazy because you have something that you will be crazy about and it will be crazy about you in a good way that's coming in. Let's get you 3 cards of advice, Virgo. 3 cards of advice for Virgo. So reflect before moving forward so you don't make a U-turn. Don't go back there. One more shuffle. Thank you. Advice for you. King of Cups, King of Wands, and the Strength card. Bottom of the deck, Eight of Pentacles. Don't go back. There's something here like don't go back. The King of Cups in the deck I use for you, there's a boat out here. And some of you are like, maybe I should go back to that. The King of Wands is surrounded by fire. There's something here about like hold yourself back. Even if what this was comes for you, look in the Strength card where this individual has like this horse riding up behind them. So for some of you, whatever this was, it may come towards you. Now that I look at that King of Cups, even the boat, the ship looks like it's coming towards them and he's like sort of side-eyeing it. So there's something here about hold your ground. Hold your ground, stay resolute. If you are emotionally, if you're not emotionally balanced right now, you might be inclined to return or to be drawn back in when whomever, whatever this is, comes for you. You know, the friend reaches out, the lover reaches out, the place that you quit reaches out and says, come back to work here. If you're not emotionally steady and emotionally balanced, you might default to that because it's a comfort zone. But I think this reading is trying to tell you if that opportunity arises or you feel tempted to go back, hold yourself back from doing it. Because over her head in the Strength card is an infinity symbol. It's just a loop. There's just a loop there. You can go back. I'm not going to tell you what to do. You're a grown Virgo, but nothing's going to change back there. What you want is coming in. It's just not back there. So have courage this week. Your hard work is paying off, okay? You're about to be rewarded from the universe. This week, do something nice for yourself. That is what I have for you, Virgo, for the week ahead. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video on your mobile device if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Let's take a look now at your angel messages for the week of May 17th, 2026. 111. And your whisper for the week is destiny. Follow what you feel. Listen as your intuition helps to guide you to what you are manifesting. The inner whispers are helping you to create all that it is that you desire. Listen, lean in, and follow your soul. Your affirmation for the week: life is always happening for me. I am allowing myself to lean in to what feels good. The Libras are going through a hard time lately. Some of you in relationships, some of you some health issues, others of you in the readings we have seen like maybe some financial loss has occurred over the past few weeks. So let's see where we're going with this message. Message from the universe. Your life is about to start moving quickly in some areas. Events that seem to have been on hold will suddenly propel forward. Move with the flow and be mindful of what needs your attention most. So there's something here about leaning into the good, lean into what feels good. You're destined to move in a new direction. Message from your spirit guides. Worth. You're being asked to honor your worth. It can be easy. Okay. It can be so easy to feel that we aren't good enough or worthy of happiness. Didn't this come up in your reading? I don't know. These messages come through so quickly for me. I'm pretty sure yours was about worth. This simply isn't the case, however. You are worthy. You have inherent value. It's time to cherish yourself and see your worth. Some of you were in a situation, environment, or connection that did not honor you, did not respect you, did not pay you adequately, took advantage of you, cheated on you. Message from Archangel Michael. Don't give up on love. Card number 9. A relationship you cherish can be healed. Allow me to clear the way for forgiveness so that love can thrive again. If you're sitting there going like big old cross, I don't want this person. It doesn't necessarily have to mean that person. It could be the love you have with yourself, the love you have with finances, okay, the love you have with your career. So let's see where we go with this message. Don't freak out on me just yet. Expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. So something had to be eclipsed, right? The 8 of Cups is the only card in tarot that shows an eclipse. So something had to go, so something new can come in. I often give the analogy of clearing out your closet. Sometimes we pack our closets with clothes. We keep them for years, sometimes even decades. I've been guilty of that. And then we want to buy something new and there's no more room. The shelf is packed. All the shoes are on the bottom. Some shoes have dust. We haven't worn them in years, but we keep them for nostalgic reasons. If you're as old as I am, you've got pants from the 90s that just clearly don't fit your waistline anymore, but you're like, one day. So there's something like that. I don't want to make light of what this is, but if we want to buy something new, pants that do fit us, for example, and we want to put them in that closet, we can't cram any more in, right? So sometimes we have to do a cleaning, got to do a clearing, a spring cleaning, an annual cleaning, and say, okay, I haven't worn this in 10 years. It's got to go. It's going in the garbage. It's going to donation, whatever. And that then allows us to create space for something new. I always look at energy the same way. When something goes, it's because something new is coming in or needs to come in. Tell me more about this here for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. And I don't do health readings, but if it is anything like health related, I hate to say this to you, but one of you needs to hear this. You didn't know your worth and value until this health event, meaning maybe you were taking some things for granted. And now that you've had this health event, you have a different view of life. Tell me more about this here for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the 2 of Pentacles. We have the Tower. And we have the Empress. Bottom of the deck, the Star card. I don't know what you're wishing for, Libra, but it's coming in. That's your major arcana card right there. 2 of Pentacles. Right now, some of you are trying to balance your emotions. Others of you, you're trying to balance your resources. Some of you are trying to balance your health. So there has been a crisis here. Tell me about that 2 of Pentacles. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Magician. So interesting in the deck I used for you. There's like a sea of turbulent waters around this person. And there are ships coming towards them. In the meantime, this person has found some type of little sandbar peak here. They're standing on one foot. They're carefully trying to balance themselves with the 2 of Pentacles. It's like, I can see it coming or I feel it coming, right? Because the ships are behind them and he's kind of looking back like, I can feel it coming. It's coming. So whatever it is here that you've been waiting for is coming in for you. Something that you have been manifesting. Justice. Oh my God, there you are again in the Star. Your wish fulfillment is coming in. 7 of Pentacles. I know some of you have waited a long time, or it feels like you've been waiting a long time for this person, for resolution, for this job opportunity, for this romantic partner, maybe for good health, good news on your health. Something like that here is occurring. The Tower. Clarify the Tower. This comes in quickly. Tell me about the Tower. Face down. Don't take it. Don't take it. Tell me about the Tower. One more shuffle. Thank you. Tower is clarified by death, the 5 of Wands, and the Page of Wands. Bottom of the deck, 4 swords. So out of chaos and conflict, out of, oh my God, this terrible ending or this terrible news, comes this little glimmer of hope here. Page of Wands, some type of news, information, communication, opportunity. In the midst of chaos, in the midst of something ending, in the midst of financial or emotional hardship. Empress, this is going to put you back in a seat of power, okay? You're going to feel really good when this comes in. 6 of Wands, you're going to feel really good when this comes in. This is victory. This is success. Queen of Swords, this is you. Okay, astrologically speaking, this is Libra energy. So there is news, information, communication coming to you. Okay, Page of Swords, again, information, communication, opportunity, Four of Wands. This is something to celebrate. I'm not going to do a health reading here, okay? But if it's a health reading, it looks like there's some like good news coming in for your health in regards to recovery or some progress here. Or it could even be information on like a new medical procedure or some type of medication here that you can have. But it is a reason to rejoice. So I think this is highly claimable message, okay? Expect powerful change. You do not see this coming. For others of you, if you've been like putting out feelers, applications, resumes for a job, it's possible you get one, maybe even two here, job opportunities come in. And this is coming in quick. If this is a romantic partner, this very well could be someone new here, if that's what you're interested in. Okay, if you're looking to connect, Page of Wands, you're trying to discover someone new to connect with, that certainly could be that as well. Anything else we need to know about the news, information, communication coming in? We have Chariot showed itself, so it's coming in very quickly. You need to know your worth with this, for those of you where this is emotional or financial. You need to know your worth with this. You need to make sure that you don't go back to a situation, environment, or connection that put you in that Two of Pentacles to begin with. If you end up going out on a date with someone and they're not to your liking, don't go out on a second. If you go on this job interview and you feel something is off, don't believe it. You know what I mean? Like, don't go for it. Something here about knowing your worth. Like, don't settle. Don't settle. I think at the last situation, environment, or connection, you were settling. What do we need to know about worth here? One more shuffle. Thank you. Worth. Five of Pentacles. Know your worth. Okay, Three of Cups and the Two of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Four of Swords. There's something here about being really confident in yourself. Understanding that regardless of where you are in life, station you are in life, whether this is career and finance or love and romance, I think it's really important for you to start acknowledging who you are, what you bring to the table, whether, again, it's in career and finance or love and romance. I feel like I have a group of you. The last place you're in beat you up so hard. The last situation, environment, or connection. You don't think you're worthy. You don't think you're worthy of a job that will pay you well or treat you better, or a living situation that is healthy and balanced, or a romantic partnership that can like love you truly. You know what I mean? And it's reciprocal. So I don't know who browbeat you back here or who treated you unfairly or unpoorly. But between now and when this offer comes in, I really think you need to work on that Five of Pentacles. Otherwise, you're going to take a job that's paying you half of what you really are worth. You're going to accept another low vibrational lover into your life. You might get stuck. We saw that Four of Wands in another bad living situation. For those of you who are like you're looking for another place to move to. The Two of Swords is also Libra. Gosh darn it. So it's the Moon in Libra. So there's something really here for you to understand. That Three of Cups, what you bring to the table. You bring community, you bring partnership, you bring happiness, you bring a willingness to collaborate with others, you bring love, you bring excitement. This is fun. This is fun. And make sure that whatever, you know, you're looking for here, because I don't know if this is career and finance, love and romance, make sure it matches that vibration. Make sure it matches that energy. Let's get you 3 cards of advice. So don't give up on love or what you love or the type of job that you love. But even look at this with the 2 dolphins. Make sure that it is matched to you and that you're not putting yourself in another compromising situation. Let's get you 3 cards of advice. 3 cards of advice. One more shuffle. Thank you. Your advice. Page of Cups, when you receive that news, information, communication. 2 of Wands, before you start planning, the Hermit, go within. Before you say yes, 3 of Swords, so you don't end up in that again. So let's say it's a job. You go on the interview. It seems okay, okay? And even if it seems great, there's something here about don't immediately say yes. You need to request, I mean, it's just advice. It's just what I'm being channeled right now. It would be better for you to ask them to put things in writing. Whatever it is that they're offering you. The pay scale, the benefits package, how many sick days you get off, insurance, when does insurance come in, you know, maybe even some like responsibilities. Obviously, they can't cover everything in a job, but, you know, the main responsibilities for the job, the hours you're supposed to work, is overtime required, not required? If it is required, how do you get paid? You know, is it time and a half? Is it... there's something like that. One, I think it makes you look like a effing empress, okay, at the job, because it's like, wow, okay, this person's really serious. They're not looking for any old job. We're not going to be able to pull the wool over Libra's eyes. They know exactly what they're looking for, and they want us to put our, our money where our mouth is and put it in writing. So I do think it makes you look like a more appealing candidate. Two, now you get it in writing. And when you go on that second interview, you do the same thing. And now when you go home, you get to think about it, and you get to compare notes from what they gave you. And if they can't put it in writing, don't take the job. Same thing if this is like a loan offer, anything financial. I'm going to go back to medical. You get the news, it sounds good or it's not so good, get a second opinion anyway. I don't know why, someone needs to hear that. Something here about getting a second opinion, go on a second interview, make sure you get all the information in writing. If this is someone who's asking you out on a date, there's something here about asking uncomfortable questions and then going home and sitting on those answers before you decide to go out on a second date with this person. Before we do any future planning in the Two of Wands, we need to think about it. And the only way we can think about it as the Hermit is if we are enlightened to the facts. So there's something here about making sure you are receiving all of the facts from whoever this other individual is. That is what I have for you, Libra. I hope that was helpful. That is what I have for you for the week ahead. If you like that message, 3 weeks. This whole situation turns around for you within 3 weeks. Notice the 3 swords on the 3 of swords, and then look at your 111 destiny. Look the exact same way. So something here is changing for you over the course of the next 3 weeks. Have faith. Now that is what I have for you. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, comment, subscribe. Hype the video on your mobile device if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Scorpio, Sun, Moon babies, Rising, and Venus. I hope you're doing well. Let's take a look now at your angel messages for the week of May 17th, 2026. Your angel number 222. Wow, I love it. And your whisper is balance. Now is the time to take inventory of your feelings. Are there any feelings of imbalance or resistance? Divine whispers are here to remind you that the alignment that you seek also seeks you. Breathe, rest, reset. Your affirmation for the week: what feels peaceful and calm easily finds me as I restore the balance within me. Message from the universe: if you're worried that you don't have the strength to move on, think of how much strength you are using to hold on. Then redirect that energy and enjoy your life again. So there's a need here for you to find balance over, because of some situation, environment, or connection that you're having difficulty existing in or maybe moving on from. Message from your spirit guides: step back. You're being asked to step back from your life in order to gain perspective. When you're too close to a situation, it can be hard to make a decision. Span out and view your life from a distance so you can get the perspective needed. Message from Archangel Michael: recognize the signs from above. Card number 26. Angels are sending you messages now, but you're too distracted to notice. Stay alert and open to divine guidance. 444 is an extra number here for you this week. Isn't that interesting? 222 and 444. Your Moonology card here for the week: show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius. So maybe you need to emotionally detach. I always say Aquarius is the king and queen of detachment. So maybe you need to emotionally detach from whatever this is that has been worrying you, so you can then restore balance to yourself, and then kind of step back and see what happens. Look for signs, look for signals, synchronicities. Tell me more about this here, please, for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What do they need to know about balance, taking a step back, and showing the world the real them? One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the 5 of Pentacles, we have the Ace of Pentacles, and we have the Hangman. Well, there you go. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Swords. Wow, 2 aces in a 4-card spread. 5 of Pentacles, whatever this is you're worried about: financial issues, emotional issues, feeling left out in the cold, feeling abandoned, maybe having some of those wounds triggered there within you. Ace of Pentacles, new opportunity is coming in. The Hangman, step back. Step back, see this from a broader perspective, a bigger perspective. I'm getting a lot of Sagittarius energy here, and that's actually Pisces for me. All right, 5 of Pentacles. Why is the 5 of Pentacles here? Why is the 5 of Pentacles here? One more shuffle. Thank you. 5 of Pentacles, clarified by strength. Again, holding yourself back. Page of Pentacles and the 9 of Wands. Bottom of the deck, the Fool. Okay, Ace of Pentacles. Tell me about the Ace of Pentacles. Tell me about the Ace of Pentacles. One more shuffle. Thank you. Ace of Pentacles is clarified by Ace of Wands, the Lovers, and the 7 of Wands. And why is the Hangman energy here? One more shuffle. Thank you. The Hangman energy is clarified by the 4 of Wands, the Sun, and the 4 of Swords. Bottom of the deck, 2 of Wands. This is such a specific message, so if it's not yours, I'm sorry. Just check another placement. There's something here where I feel this Five of Pentacles is tied to this Lover's card. And I don't know, that Lover's card could be anyone or anything. Could it be a romantic partnership? It could be. It doesn't have to be. I'm just looking at it as a partnership card because these two people are embracing. So whether it is, let's say it's platonic or romantic, you could feel iced out by someone, isolated, left out in the cold. Again, maybe some abandonment wounds here have been triggered or something like that. I don't know why, but the message here this week is like, hold off. Before you rush back to that person, before you rush into a new connection, like before you rush back to the friend or the lover, or rush into connection with a new friend, or like to find a new lover, there's something here about hold back. Why is that? You're supposed to learn something. Before you go back to whomever this is or move forward, charging into a new connection, it's definitely a connection-based reading. You're supposed to learn something. What are they supposed to learn? Clarify that Page of Pentacles. What are they supposed to learn? One more shuffle. Thank you. Because the Nine of Wands is like wounded warrior. So what are you supposed to learn? Five of Cups, the Devil, and the Six of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Ten of Swords. Jesus. You can survive this. I don't know what toxic situation, environment, or connection that was for you. That you felt betrayed by, iced out by, rejected by, emotionally neglected by, maybe not paid adequately for. But Six of Wands, your lesson here is, I can survive this. I can survive this loss. I can survive this loss. I can survive this pain. I can survive this betrayal. Ten of Swords, Ace of Swords. That's the truth. That's what you're supposed to learn from whatever just happened here. I can survive. I'm a survivor. Okay, anything else about that message? So whomever this is appears to be wanting re-entry. Tell me more about that. You can survive this ending. You're stronger than you know. What about the return here? Anything else I need to know about the return? One more shuffle. Thank you. The return, Ace of Swords. Whomever this is, they're trying to return in your life. Ten of Swords, whoever created that Ten of Swords. Five of Wands, bottom of the deck, Three of Cups. Someone here is going to look to reconnect with you. Reunite, reconnect. And again, I don't know who it is, professional, platonic, or romantic, but there's something here of you saying no. You're supposed to say no this time. You're supposed to show the real you and say no. Why is that? Why is Scorpio supposed to say no to this? You're supposed to say no to this. One more shuffle. Thank you. Wheel of Fortune, because I want to move in another direction. Because that clearly was not the direction I should have been going in. Five of Cups, the Devil, and the Five of Pentacles. So why would I go back to a job that wasn't paying me adequately? Why would I go back to a friend who betrayed me? Why would I go back to a partner who stepped out on me? So this is all about forward movement. So I don't know what happened back there, or who, you know, whoever it happened with, but there's something about this is your moment to now go forward. You're supposed to go forward towards a new experience, the new relationship, the new job, the new commitment, the new partnership. There's something like that here at play. This is moving forward. So this is not a time to go back. Tell me about moving forward. Tell me about moving forward. One more shuffle. Thank you. Moving forward. The World card. The Nine of Swords. Close that out. And the Fool. Oh my God. Bottom of the deck. Knight of Pentacles. Keep going. There's something here about keep going. I know you're worried, right? If you're worried, Nine of Swords, you're worried about this ending. You're worried about what's closing out. You're supposed to move forward. You're not supposed to go back. No U-turns here, Scorpio. Again, I don't know what that is to you. I guess you'll know when this individual looks like they're going to try to make their way back. Can we get timing on this? I assume it's happening this week. Can we get timing? Can we get timing? We have the Four of Pentacles. That's not really a timing card for me. But this could be something that you experience over the course of the last 4 years. Because for me, Pentacles are years. Timing when this is returning. One more shuffle. Thank you. Timing. Justice within 1 week. Bottom of the deck, Six of Cups. Yeah. I don't know who this person is to you. But it looks like there's attempt here, re-entry, if you will, back into your life. You're supposed to say no. You're supposed to keep going. The lesson with this person was you can survive this ending. Or you did survive this ending, and now they're trying to come back into your life. You know what I mean? 1, 2, 3, 4 years later. Where's Scorpio headed? Where's Scorpio headed? One more shuffle. Thank you. I mean, if we look at it here, it looks like some of you could be relocating. You're finding a new job. You could be moving into a new romantic partnership, moving in with someone else. Where are you headed? Queen of Swords, Two of Pentacles, and Seven of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Cups. Well, This is where you're headed. You're headed towards balance. Financial balance, emotional balance. Look at that Seven of Swords trying to come in. I don't know who or what this is, but you're supposed to say no to it. Ace of Cups, Nine of Cups, Page of Cups. You're moving towards wish fulfillment. And you have someone here making another effort to sabotage your way forward. So just take that how it resonates to you. Let's get you 3 cards of advice. 3 cards of advice. Can I get 1 card on that Seven of Swords? You know I have to do that for you. 1 card on that Seven of Swords. 1 more shuffle. Thank you. Clarified by the Empress. Someone is trying to stop you from moving forward, birthing a new chapter, starting your own business, maybe expanding your business if you're a business owner, finding a divine counterpart, going out on your own. An Empress does not necessarily need an Emperor. An Emperor does not necessarily need an Empress. Bottom of the deck, 3 of Cups. Yeah, someone's coming in here. Let's get you 3 cards of advice for this week. So I feel like when you do receive this communication, you're supposed to step back. Step back and emotionally detach. Take off the rose-colored glasses and see this person for who and what they truly are. I know that sounds harsh. I'm just telling you what I'm being told. Your advice here for the week. King of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the Page of Wands. Bottom of the deck, 7 of Cups. Yeah. Remember I said take off the rose-colored glasses? So when this person comes in, there's something here about Hermit energy. I got to hang back. Page of Wands. It's really interesting in your deck. The Page of Wands is holding the Ace of Wands, but behind them are 2 wands, which is very unique in this deck. Because typically the Page of Wands is only holding a wand. That's the only wand in the whole photo. But in your deck, there's actually 2 wands behind this person. And the 2 of wands would be a cross point, right? Needing to make a choice. There's something here about making the choice to move towards the new. This is the Minor Arcana card to the Fool card. Fool card here is already on the table. There's something here about taking off the rose-colored glasses when you receive this offer or this communication from this individual. King of Cups, stepping into masculine energy, whether you're masculine or feminine, and moving forward, charging forward, at least for now. That is what I have for you. That's your snapshot for the week. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, stop. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. Why was I told to just say that? At least for now. You're not supposed to go back. At least for now. Why is that? At least for now. What was that message? That channeled message? At least for now. Keep moving forward for now. Don't go back at least for now. 1 more shuffle here. Thank you. Don't go back at least for now. Lovers. That's how that person showed up. Remember? Lovers, 3 of Wands, and the 7 of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, 6 of Wands. And there was that 6 of Wands again. If you go back, it's going to be the same pattern. You're just going to keep waiting and waiting, waiting for that person, place, or thing to make things right, or for the behavior to change, and you're just going to spend more time. 7 of Pentacles, if you make that choice. 6 of Wands, Page of Pentacles, that was the lesson you were supposed to learn. Isn't that interesting how that came out in both decks? Page of Pentacles, 6 of Wands, Page of Pentacles, 6 of Wands, and the Page of Cups. If you accept that Page of Cups offer opportunity, like reconciliation from this person, it leads to heartbreak. Again, just telling you what's here. At the end of the day, you are a grown Scorpio. You do what you want, but the universe is trying to move you forward towards a new experience. That is what I have for you. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, comment, subscribe, hype the video if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Sagittarius. I hope you're doing well. Let's take a look now at your angel messages for the week of May 17th, 2026. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Your angel number, 000. Oh, I love this. This is like triple Fool card energy. Your whisper for the week is guidance. You have full support of the divine. The guidance you are seeking is here, and your life is moving in the right direction. This is the start of a new beginning. Told you, where one cycle ends, a new one now is beginning. And your affirmation for the week, I trust in the magic of new beginnings. I feel the support and guidance that is all around me. Message from the universe. Every situation in life is temporary. So when life is good, make sure that you enjoy it and you receive it fully. And when life is not so good, remember that those days won't last forever because better days are on their way. Yes, finally, for my Sagittarius collective. Message from the universe. Message from your spirit guides. Give. One of the best feelings we can experience is giving to others. When we do so, we feel lifted up and our lives improve greatly because of someone else's happiness. Think of one way that you can give to another today. It doesn't necessarily have to mean like you have to donate money or something like that. It could just be like you're shopping and you hold the door open for the person behind you, or you're in line at the drive-thru and you have an extra $5 on you and you decide to, pay for the coffee for the person who's behind you. Something like that, something small. Message from Archangel Michael. Make a decision. Card number 19. Are you choosing to prioritize yourself or another in this situation? Accept divine guidance pointing you toward your own joy. You deserve it. And this is also like the Libra scales of justice. So there's something here in regards to connection, professional, platonic, or romantic. And your Moonology card here for the week is be bold and make the first move. Cardinal Moon. Okay. Tell me more about this here for Sagittarius. That's Aries energy there. For Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What do they need to know about this new beginning, giving, making a decision, and be bold and make the first move for Sagittarius for the week ahead? One more shuffle. Thank you. What do we have here for you? The Ten of Cups. We have the Four of Pentacles, and we have the Seven of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Ten of Pentacles. What? Tell me about the Ten of Cups here for Sagittarius, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Tell me why. Did I say Ten of Pentacles? I'm sorry. I meant Ten of Cups. Why is the Ten of Cups here for Sagittarius this week? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Notice in this person, notice in this deck, the person in the middle is surrounded by, I feel the support and guidance that is all around me. I think you need to embrace that this week. Even if you don't have like a lot of people in your life. Yes, Ace of Cups, that is the truth. You are surrounded. Even if you're like alone and you're like, Jen, I don't know what you're talking about. I have no one in my life. You know, the last plant I had died because I forgot to water it. You know, whatever it is here. You are surrounded. You are surrounded by divine love, by ancestors, by your angels this week. You have the Eight of Pentacles and you have the King of Swords. Bottom of the deck, you have the Two of Pentacles. So there's something here you need to see very clearly. Okay, that I know that you're working, your head is down, you feel like you're not making progress in a particular area of your life, but you are surrounded by angels, you are moving towards a new beginning here. Four of Pentacles. Tell me why the Four of Pentacles is here. Tell me about the Four of Pentacles. Okay, one more shuffle. Thank you. Not going to take them. They fell face down. The Death card. An ending for a new beginning. Ace of Swords. That is the truth in the World card. Wow. Okay, so something is happening here. You're having a new beginning, or the opportunity. You have the opportunity this week to close something out. It's up to you if you want to take it. So let's see what that Ace of Swords moment is here for you, because something that has been stuck or stagnant, that hasn't been working for you in career and finance, love and romance, or some other type of situation, environment, or connection in your life, different for all of you, you have the opportunity this week to end it. Seven of Pentacles. Why is the Seven of Pentacles here? But you need to be bold and do this. Be bold and make the first move. If you want to end this, you need to end this. And like this week is the week to end it, or to put something in motion to end it. Seven of Pentacles. One more shuffle. Thank you. Seven of Pentacles. Clarified by the Tower. Yes. Page of Swords and the King of Wands. There's you taking action. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Pentacles. This comes up a lot for you. Every time I do your reading, I see the Queen of Pentacles a lot. Occasionally the King, but typically the Queen. And I feel like a lot of you watching have very high earth placements. But anyway, going back to this, you have the opportunity to close something out this week. Situation, environment, connection. It could be a pattern for some of you, but I'm not getting that. I feel like it's something external to you. And that's not saying quit your job, but that is saying you can take the initiative to find another job. Page of Swords to the King of Wands. And that would be you taking the first step to close it out. And if this is a connection that's just not working in your life, there's something here about closing it out. And like, this is the week to do it, to be bold and do it. Why is that? Why is this the week to do that? Why is this the week to close this out? One more shuffle. Thank you. Why is this the week to close this out? Hangman? Because you've been sitting in this for too long. King of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. Bottom of the deck, the Lovers. Because you've been sitting here for a long time waiting for a situation, environment, or connection to improve. That is not improving. You're waiting for the job to pay you more. You're waiting for the lover to be reciprocal. You know, there's something like that. You're waiting. And you're wasting a lot of time. You're wasting talent. You're wasting the pretty. You're wasting the handsome. You're wasting a lot waiting for someone. And you need to be bold and make the first move. And you need to make a decision that this is not just fair or balanced, and that you deserve better. And this is the week you decide to maybe even give back to yourself and say, I deserve more than this. So I'm going to look for a better job. I'm going to look for a better living situation. I'm going to look for a way to move on from this lover, or I'm going to cut the cord with this person if they're no longer in my life. The Moon card. Okay, I was just about to ask, and I couldn't even get the words out of my mouth. When is this epiphany coming to you in the Ace of Swords? And I got the Moon. Well, we have a new moon in Taurus on the 16th. I'm recording this on the 16th, but this is for the week of the 17th. So in the energy of this moon, this is your realization. I want to plant some new seeds for myself. This no longer makes me happy. I did that.
New Moon and Taurus reading for all 12 zodiac signs. It's pinned. I think it's the first video on my channel when you go to it. If you haven't watched it, I would watch the Sagittarius portion of it. I don't remember when I channel these messages, they come in so quickly and they leave just as quick. But there might have been something there because that reading was all about how each of the 12 zodiac signs can plant a new seed in the energy of the new moon and Taurus for a new beginning. And I feel like this is what this is saying to you. What is the aha epiphany moment that comes in? Tell me about that Ace of Swords. Tell me about the Ace of Swords. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Emperor, the High Priestess, and the Ace of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Nine of Wands. Nothing changes if nothing changes. It's almost like the aha epiphany moment is going to connect to your intuition. I think your intuition knew this all along. Your mind was battling itself. You were Two of Swords. You were Two of Wands. Do I move on from this? Do I seek out another opportunity or create another opportunity for myself? This is the moment where you decide Aries action, Aries energy, cardinal moon. I need to take action on my own behalf. The Hermit, the Knight of Wands, and the Seven of Swords, because this situation of having our connection is not good for me. It's not healthy for me. It's not financially serving me. It's not emotionally reciprocal. So there's something like that here of seeing the matter for what it is, the Star card, and moving forward towards wish fulfillment, or at least planting the seeds now so you can do that. Let's get you 3 cards of advice. So you have the opportunity here to close something out, or at least plant seeds to do that. 3 cards of advice here for Sagittarius. One more shuffle. Thank you. And I have to say this just as your reader, as your friend, I really hope you do, because I'm so tired of reading this for you. And not that I'm exhausted or anything by doing it. I want better for you, Sagittarius. I'm your opposite sign of Gemini, and you're my North Node. And I just want better for you as a collective, because whatever this is, it's been holding you down. This is like an albatross on your neck for a long time. I think it's time for the world to see the Sagittarius collective shine. So your advice, 2 of Pentacles, the 6 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Swords, and it's just advice. Your decision here should be to move on from whomever or whatever this is. 9 of Pentacles, become single, free, and independent of it, and lay some real tangible, create a real tangible plan here, or some actionable steps so you can 6 of Swords, move on from this once and for all. You deserve better at the end of the day. I think that's what this message is really saying. And only you can change this by extracting yourself from it. That is what I have for you, Sagittarius, for the week ahead. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Let's take a look now at your angel messages for the week of May 17th, 2026. Your angel number 1515, and your whisper is creativity. Keep accessing the creative connection that you feel to the divine. The whispers speak through your creative connection, allowing you to express the beauty that is within you and connect you to the love that is around you. Affirmation, creativity is my birthright. As I express my creativity, I feel a beautiful flow of love and connection. Wasn't your reading, I don't know, I was just telling Sagittarius, when I channel these messages, they leave as quickly as they come in. I think your reading this week was like, it's okay to be a little selfish and do something nice for yourself this week. Maybe for some of you, that's opening up the door to something creative. And it could be paint by numbers, organizing your house, picking up an instrument, taking a class, pottery class, something fun, something creative. It's like we got to get the creative juices flowing in the Capricorn collective. I feel like some of you are very reserved, or you're holding yourselves back, or you're not as spontaneous as maybe you used to be. And it could be age, it could be life experiences, it could be that hard situation that a lot of you have been dealing with lately. But I think there's a need here to get some creativity flowing back into the collective. Message from the universe: when you hold on to the past, it stops you from living in the present. So past could be past pain, past trauma, past hurt, past memories, or even regrets. Like, oh God, I wish I really would have taken that pottery class. Okay, this is a week to sign up for it. Commit to being in the here and now. Forgive yourself for where you think you may have been wrong. You deserve inner peace. Let it go. So whatever that was, whomever that was, they're coming back together, with you again, or they're not, or it happened, a week ago, a year ago, 10 years ago. I think there's something here. It's blocking your creativity. And I think this is a week that you need to kind of just step a little bit out of your comfort zone, regardless of what chaos is happening around you or in the world today. Message from your spirit guide: slow down. Life isn't a race, nor is it a competition, but you need to slow down. Doing so doesn't make you weak or less than. It makes you strong, wise, and much better able to navigate life with clarity and ease. I think you need to slow down from living in the past or like holding on to these things. I think you're spending a lot of time ruminating on something that happened, or I think whatever occurred, regardless of how long ago it occurred, I think it changed who you are in the present. I think you lost your spark along the way, or a little bit of your spark. Please don't be offended by that. So I think this week we need to slow down on thinking about what occurred. I was going to say Moonology card. That's 2 signs in a row that I did that. Message from Archangel Michael. Increase your knowledge. Told you, card number 15. It's like we got to make better use of our thoughts. We can't think about what's happening or what happened in the past. Like we can't change it. And I don't mean like this forever, but I think you need to increase your knowledge base by doing something fun. Education brings opportunities. Take a course, pick up a book, told you, find a mentor to teach you what your soul longs to know. So if you're watching this, you're like, Jen, but I don't have the money to go to class or take a course or go back to school. There are so many DIY, do-it-yourself tutorials, gurus, people on YouTube, Rumble, that are willing to share their knowledge and experience with you, and you can learn through them. And I think it's time for you to do that. I remember buying my Ibanez guitar many years ago and learning how to play a couple of songs on it, and then I had put it down for a long period of time. We're talking years. Moved into this house, post-divorce, still have the guitar, and a couple of months ago I was like, I really want to pick that up and start picking again. But I don't have money to take classes, right? Or and there is a music school in my county. It's like, I could go and take lessons, but I don't have the money. So instead, thank God for YouTube, right? I can look up a song that I want to learn and it tells me the chords, and that helps me to learn the song. So there's something like that, but it's creative and it's fun for you. Your Moonology card here for the week. Emotions are running high, super moon. If you keep thinking about what happened, you allow your mind to keep racing with what happened, then it's just going to stir up all of these negative emotions for you. You have it's not a super moon. I think it's a blue moon. Or I shouldn't say you have it. We have it in Sagittarius at the end of the month. And Sagittarius is about creativity and spontaneity. I think there is something here between now and the full moon in Sagittarius that we're having at the end of the month. Just discover one thing that you're like, oh, it'd be really fun if I learned how to do that. Or if I just did it, even if it's just like bungee jumping or something, I'm afraid of heights. I wouldn't do that, but something fun or something creative. I would figure out one thing between now and then to either do or to start to do. Can we get 3 cards here, please, for the Capricorn collective? Some of you are like work, 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 family, 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 stress, 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 bills, bills, bills. I think you need a little fun in your life here, Capricorn. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Page of Swords, knowledge. There you go. Learning something new or discovering what you would like to learn or what you would like to do or where you would like to go one day, like in terms of travel. We have Temperance, Sagittarius energy, and we have the 5 of Wands, bottom of the deck, 8 of Swords. I think this is what you're trapped in. Page of Swords. Tell me about the Page of Swords. So yeah, I would just start looking stuff up. I'm going to shuffle that again for you. I was going to say you're carrying this around like an albatross around your neck, whatever this is, and look how weighted and heavy that scarf looks wrapped around this person's neck. I think you got to let loose a little bit. Even the Temperance, look how the water is flowing from one cup to another so effortlessly, so smoothly. I think it'll help restore balance to you. Tell me about that Page of Swords. It'll clear your mind. One more shuffle. It'll be fun. You'll learn something new. King of Swords, you'll be proud of yourself for doing this. 6 of Wands, you'll be proud of yourself for making this decision. So the Page of Swords is like inquiring. And then for me, if you've seen the readings before, Queens exist in the present because they process the past. Kings take action. So you're going to be able to take action on this, like to learn this, do this, plan this, whatever this is, travel, if this is travel related for some of you, and then you're going to take action on it and you're going to feel victorious. It's going to lift your mood. It's going to lift your vibration. You'll be like, oh my God, I can't believe I learned how to do that. Oh, and the 2 of Cups. It makes you overall so better balanced that it improves all the connections in your life, professional, platonic, or romantic, because you'll be showing up differently. King of Cups at the bottom of the deck, more emotionally balanced. And I think that's what you need. I think ruminating on whatever this has been I don't think you're as emotionally balanced as you used to be. So it's time to get the Capricorn collective emotionally balanced. And the best way to do that this week is to find one fun thing you would like to learn or do. Tell me about Temperance, which is also balance. It also speaks to moderation. So whatever this is, like example, paint by number, don't be like, oh, I'm going to paint by number. I haven't done that in 20 years. And then you spend $500 on Amazon buying paint by number. Like, don't go overboard. It's moderation here. Ace of Cups, that's the truth. Oh my God. Just one thing, not very expensive, that is fun and that is just for you. Singular, right? Just for you. Something that you can do there. The Sun and Judgment. I don't even know if I want to clarify that 5 of Wands, but I will. But I think it's healthy. It feels healthy. It'll feel good. You'll start to feel healed. You'll be like, oh my God, why didn't I do this sooner? Why didn't I take this class sooner? Why didn't I start looking this up sooner? Why didn't I pick up the guitar or, the flute sooner? Why didn't I go to this bar sooner? Why didn't I go to this restaurant sooner? Why didn't I, try, I don't know, Moroccan food sooner? Something like that. Why didn't I try this recipe sooner? I'm trying to give you all of the channeled ideas that are coming to me. Five of Wands. Tell me about the Five of Wands. One more shuffle. Thank you. We'll take them. Five of Wands. Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. Work, work, work. Work, work, work. Stress, stress, stress. Too focused. Too focused on what has happened. Ten of Swords. Too focused on what has happened. Even the Knight of Cups is looking back. So I feel like your emotions are dysregulated by what has occurred. I'm not telling you that this is easy. I'm not telling you this is going to go away in a minute. I'm not telling you this is going to go away in 10 days or 10 months. I don't know. Healing process is different for all of us. But you're pouring a lot of pentacle resources in that. And it's stirring up emotions and feelings that probably have you on edge and mother effing a lot of people. In traffic, at the red light, even if you're not saying it out loud, you're saying it to yourself internally. Because your emotions are running high. I think we need to recalibrate, rebalance the Capricorn collective. And the best way to do that this week is to do something fun or creative. Or at least plan to do that. Let's get you 3 cards of advice. And it does help to, it balances you out so much that you'll interact with other people in a better way also. 3 cards of advice here for Capricorn. It's a lot of cards for advice, but we'll take them. The Star card, which is a lot like Temperance. So right now there is no flow. Look at that Star card. You're trying to heal, but there is no flow. So what we need to do is return the flow. Return the flow. This is a lot of advice, okay? World card. Whatever happened back there, you can't change it. Whether you're coming back together again with that person or not, you can't change it. It's in the past. I know the channel's called Timeline Tarot, but it typically talks about moving forward. It's not actual a time machine to go back. So we can't go back there. 9 of Cups, King of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, Page of Cups, 7 of Swords, and the 4 of Swords. Whatever happened back there, we can't change it. Sucks. I know. Wish we could. I've said that every single damn time. A 10 of Swords to the World, to the Death card, to 10 of Wands, and all of that other 7 of Swords behavior in my life occurred. We'd all like to go back and change it, but we can't. What you can focus on now, what you can invest in is yourself. Again, learning something new, book of knowledge, doing something fun, Page of Cups, something that's a little lighthearted, something that makes you laugh. That's where your pentacle resources are best utilized at this time. 7 of Swords to 4 of Swords. If you don't do this, and it's not like it's a threat. I'm not like, if you don't do this, it's not a threat, okay? But 7 of Swords to the 4 of Swords, it's like you're sabotaging your healing by not doing it. Because we're looking at an advice spread here. So it's like, don't sabotage your healing. Focusing on this over and over again. Why? Why did they do this? Why did they say this? Why did they screw me over this way? Why did they cheat on me? Why did they fire me? Why did they force me to leave them? Sometimes we leave situations, environments, or connections, and we're angry that they put us in that position to leave. So I just feel like you are on a healing journey, but you're kind of sabotaging your healing by focusing too much on what happened. We can't change it. Again, whether or not you want to fix this or not is entirely up to you. You're a grown Capricorn. But a good way to not sabotage your healing this week is to find one fun thing to do or learn or something creative. And I think that gets the flow state back into the Capricorn collective. When you're emotionally balanced and regulated, you'll be able to make better decisions for yourself as well. That is what I have for you, Capricorn, for the week ahead. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video on your mobile device if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Let's take a look now at your angel messages for the week of May 17th, 2026. Your angel number, 1313, and the whisper is clarity. As the storm passes, the clarity is felt. Faster than lightning is seen against the dark sky. The divine is reminding you that clarity is readily available. All you have to do is ask for it. You have weathered the storm, and now the sky is clearing. Your affirmation for the week, loving energy surrounds me, and I trust that the clarity I feel is the answer that I need. Message from the universe. I need you to get excited again. I need you to remember that you're not in this thing called life alone. I'm working on your challenges. I have already assigned angels to you. So let go of the stress and just trust me. I've got a pretty incredible ending in store. In fact, that's why we need you to get excited again, because the happy ending that you've got coming will rock your world. Okay, I'm an Aquarius rising. I'm kind of scared of that message. Message from your spirit guides. Keep going. It may feel as though you've been on this path or journey for so long, and you may even wonder if you're making any progress towards your dreams. This message is a loving reminder for you to keep going. You are almost there. You're almost at the top of the stairs. Message from Archangel Michael. Trust the guidance that you are receiving. Card number 35. Archangel Uriel has blessed you with a brilliant epiphany. Look at that Ace of Swords right there. I'm also present to clear away your worries so you can trust your divine guidance. Intuition is going to be very important here for you this week. It'll give you the clarity you need about a decision that you need to make. Your Moonology card here for the week. A fiery climax approaches. Full moon in Aries. So once you get the clarity, it's go time. Okay. What is this all about here for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements? What do they need to know about clarity? Keep going. Trust the guidance that they're receiving and the fiery climax that approaches. You're about to take action on your own behalf. Aries, me, myself, and I. One more shuffle. Thank you. What do we have for you? Nine of Wands. You're like in a holding pattern right now. Nine of Wands, Two of Swords. You're about to land. Ace of Pentacles. There's your opportunity. Keep going. Knight of Swords. Keep going. So I feel like maybe you feel like you're in a holding pattern. I don't know what to do about this. Do I go for it? Do I apply? Do I date this person? Do I leave this person? Whatever this is here for you. Nine of Wands. Even the Nine of Wands. Holding the Ace of Wands, but behind the fence. It's very different in the deck that I used for you. So you're like in a holding pattern. Or you ever see those horse races and they're in the stalls? Like they're waiting for the sound. They're waiting for the signal where the gates open and they go. I kind of feel like that's you right now. Nine of Wands clarified by the Eight of Wands. So before you know it, the gates are going to open because the clarity is going to come to you. Ace of Swords and the Empress. And it's like, and then we're off. Then we get to birth something new, create something new, invest in something new. So you feel a bit held back here. It's interesting because she's holding the Ace of Wands. I say she, there's a woman on the card. You could be a masculine. Don't be offended. I don't read body parts anyway. She's holding the Ace of Wands, but look what's holding her back, the Eight of Wands. And then it's like the Eight of Wands are going to fall away. So something like that, this moment of clarity will be coming in very soon. And then you'll know what to do. Two of Swords. Tell me about the Two of Swords. Some decision here. I don't know what to do. Do I go for this? Do I not? Do I leave? Do I stay? Tell me more about this. One more shuffle. Thank you. Two of Swords astrologically is the moon in Libra. So for some of you, it could have to do with partnerships. Professional, platonic, or romantic, because Libra is the house of partnerships, marriage, relationships, contracts. Two of Swords clarified by the Magician, the Five of Pentacles, and the King of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Cups. Don't manifest from a wounded place or from a lack mentality or from or while being emotionally dysregulated. And that's what's happening here. So if you're like, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to do, it's because you're not emotionally balanced. Your nerves are upended by this, like thinking about this, thinking about the job opportunity, the relationship. Again, whatever this is here for you, some type of opportunity here, whether you're making it, you're creating it, you're taking it. Don't manifest from a lack mentality or from a place of emotional dysregulation. Ace of Pentacles, because if you're able to get your emotions under control and manifest accordingly, like I shouldn't say accordingly, in a more balanced way, then what you want comes in. Tell me about that Ace of Pentacles. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Ace of Pentacles, clarified by the Page of Cups. Well, now you have the message there, the Three of Pentacles, and the Wheel. Wow, bottom of the deck, Two of Pentacles. So there's something here right now. You're manifesting because you're hurt. You're manifesting from a place of confusion. You're manifesting from a place of, like I said, emotional dysregulation. You're manifesting from a place of lack. You want a job, but you're manifesting like, I don't think anyone's going to hire me. Your thoughts are becoming your reality here. So I feel like for this week, your clarity will come. Like, don't worry about the clarity. The clarity will come probably by the end of Taurus season, and we're only a couple of days away. So by the end of the week, you have clarity on what to do in this decision. I think until between now and then, what you need to do is emotionally regulate yourself. And then it's like by the end of Taurus season, which is on the 20th. So again, we're looking midweek. So by Thursday, Friday, this comes in, or you know to go after it, or you know to create it. Like then the wheel spins in your favor, the Wheel of Fortune. Tell me more about the emotional dysregulation here, or the feeling of lack, like feeling not good enough, because your thoughts are going to become your reality right now. And you want to keep them as high vibrational and positive as possible. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Hanged Man, the Four of Wands, and the King of Swords. And then you can take action, because for me, Queens exist in the present, and Kings take action. So there is something here about being very calm, very still. Do some of you have like an inverter board? I don't know, someone watching has an inverter board. Maybe that'll help. I'm certainly not saying you should hang upside down. That's just a message that came to me. But there is something here about like relaxing, yoga, meditation, walks in nature, sitting in silence, clearing. There's something here like clearing your mind. And maybe for some of you, pulling back a little bit into hermit energy for the first couple of days this week. Four of Wands, like house and home. Stay a little close to house and home this week. The clarity you want is coming to you, and then you'll know what to do. Page of Swords. Once that comes in, then you'll know what to do. 3 cards of advice here to close out this message. Trust the guidance you're receiving. I guess trust this reading. I don't know. I never say that to people, but trust this reading because it's a general collective reading. But if your intuition is saying, yes, that's what I should do right now, then do it because you're going to have go time here by the end of the week. You're going to know that Ace of Pentacles, what it is, and you're going to want to go after it. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Your advice for the week ahead. 3 of Wands, the Tower, told you, and the Star. Bottom of the deck, the 6 of Wands. That eureka moment of, okay, now I know exactly what it is that I want. Is coming to you by the end of the week. So your advice here is to just kind of hang tight. Look at that 3 of Wands with the surfboard. It's like hang loose, hang tight. That's the feeling here. Like the clarity you need is coming. This is like a little period here of waiting. It's over. So 17, 18, 19. Gemini season starts what? The 20th or 21st? For me, Wands are days. So 3 days. So literally the first three or 4 days of the week, don't make any big decisions. By the end of the week, you'll know exactly what to do. That is what I have for you, Aquarius, for the week ahead. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Take a look at that. Mike, it's still on. I hope you're doing well. Let's take a look now at your angel messages for the week of May 17th, 2026. Angel number 666, the whisper is reflection. When you allow time for reflection, you allow yourself to see where inner shifts are needed. It is time for you to look at your beliefs and ask, is this serving me? Or is it time for me to release this? Reflect, refocus, and readjust. Your affirmation for the week: as I refocus on what serves my highest good, I feel myself shift into my highest self. Okay. Message from the universe. Don't worry. Everything you've been waiting for is on its way. Progress is being made, even if you can't see the results yet. So much is happening behind the scenes for the creation of your dreams. Please trust this process. Message from your spirit guides. Detach. You're being asked to detach from something that you've been holding on to. That's the message I got in that. When we hold on too tightly to a desired outcome, it restricts the flow. Trust that the outcome will work out and let go of your attachment to it. No, there's something else you're holding on to. All right, hold on. We'll get to that in a second. Message from Archangel Michael. Your prayers are being answered. Card number 42. So trust the process. Okay, whatever it is here that you want, they're working on it behind the scenes for the creation of your dreams. Your prayers are being answered. Your prayers are being received by the divine. Answers will come soon, although perhaps in forms you did not expect. And your Moonology card here for the week: bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. Aquarius is the king and queen of detachment. You're supposed to detach here from something. In the interim, you're waiting for something to come in, or you're waiting for something to close out, or something like that. You're waiting for the next chapter. We'll just call it the next chapter. You're supposed to do something here in the wait, and it has something to do with reflection and detachment. What is that? Why did I get that hit before? One more shuffle. Thank you. The Sun, Temperance, and the Page of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, the Magician. Tell me about the Sun card. Seeing the child here on the horse. What a weird message I'm getting. And then the flag, there's like a flagpole here that the child is holding that has the red flag on it. It actually looks like the Ace of Swords, or like Ace of Wands even. What are you holding on to from your youth or adolescence? I don't mean tangible. Something said to you. One more shuffle. Thank you. Some belief. 7 of Pentacles that you've held on to for a long time. High Priestess. There you are. King of Wands. Bottom of the deck, 3 of Wands. For some of you, this happened like childhood, adolescence. For others of you, at some other point in time. Look at the baby. I don't know if you could see this in the Sun card, holding on to that Ace of Wands. And then as an adult, there you are, whether you're masculine or feminine, King of Wands, you're still holding on to that same ace. Something here in childhood was said to you or impressed upon you, and you're still holding on to it. And while the universe is alchemizing, right, working on this next dream of yours, so this new opportunity can come in, while you're waiting for that, you're supposed to reflect on this. Three of Wands. While you're waiting for that, you're supposed to reflect on this. What was this? What was this? It's time for you to look at your beliefs and ask, is this serving me, or is it time for me to release this? Four of Wands, something house and home. Something, maybe someone you lived with, or again, it could be family members, could be roommates for some of you. Four of Wands, the Lovers, and the Eight of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, the Fool card. At some point in time, something was said to you about relationships, whether they're professional, platonic, or romantic. Something was said to you about relationships. And now, when you enter connection, when you enter relationships, like you repeat that same, I don't know how to explain it. You like repeat that same cycle here over and over again. You show up the same way in connection because of something that you were taught at some point here in your life. And for a lot of you, it was like back in childhood. So every time you have a new beginning in a connection, professional, platonic, or romantic, you operate the same way, or you show up the same way. Tell me more about that. Tell me more about that. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Knight of Pentacles. This is the time to heal this. 10 of Wands and the 9 of Swords. Bottom of the deck, 3 of Wands. Okay, what a weird message I just got. Okay, Knight of Pentacles, Virgo energy. You've been holding on to a belief or beliefs for a long time that no longer serve you. They're not even yours. I don't get this often with the 9 of Swords, but there's something here. I think you need to write this down. And maybe you want to type it out. I feel more like writing it down, but if you want to type it, you know, in your phone, like text it or something. There's something here about asking yourself about relationship beliefs, things that you believe about platonic connections, professional connections, romantic connections, like your hardcore beliefs about them. And then ask, for every single one you write, ask yourself, is this my belief? Or is this something that someone told me I need to believe? Because you're doing something when you enter connection over and over again, because it was like impressed upon you or embedded in you that you have to do that. You have to be that person. You have to be that version of yourself. But you don't. It's not your belief. That's not your belief. That's not your relational belief. Or you've grown out of it. And I think some of you don't even realize you still carry it in. So let's say a connection ends with a friend, and it was like a disastrous friendship. Now you enter a new friendship, you show up the same way. Show up the same way. It's like because you were taught, like you were conditioned. I have to show up this way in friendships. I have to show up this way in friendships. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. What does that mean? No, you don't. No, they don't. What does that mean? So it's time for you to look at your beliefs, your relational beliefs, and ask yourself, is this serving me, or is it time for me to release this? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Tower. Well, bottom of the deck, the Magician. I think what you're going to realize here is I actually want to manifest a completely different type of relationship, a completely different type of professional partnership, a completely different type of friendship. I think this blows up your idea of what a particular connection or types of connection should be like. Between now and then, when the new friend comes in, the new job comes in, the new lover comes in, whatever it is that you're waiting for, you're supposed to ask yourself, how do I show up in that relationship? What are my hardcore beliefs? And are they still mine? Are they still mine? Do I still identify with them? Are they someone else's? Have I just like adopted someone else's belief? Page of Pentacles. Tell me about the new. I want to know about the new that's coming in. One more shuffle. Thank you. The new that's coming in. 9 of Pentacles and Justice. Well, don't you look pretty there, or handsome? So something that is balanced, structured, and correct is coming in up after some ending here. 10 of Swords. 4 of Cups. There's a need here for you to not enter this new connection the way you entered the last connection. And let's say it's work related. Somewhere it was like ingrained upon you that when you work at a job, you have to like put your all in. 8 of Pentacles, you know, you've got to work after hours. You have to work overtime. You have to be there on weekends, even if they don't pay you for it, even if there's no pat on the back. It's like, wait a minute, that's an outdated, you know, belief. There's something like that here. You have an outdated belief from a different era. And either you've grown and it just no longer, you know, applies. We grow out of beliefs all the time. Or it never really fit you and you didn't even realize, you weren't even aware that you were consciously showing up in professional, platonic, or romantic relationships like that. So I would sit and wait, ponder, because it looks like you're in a waiting pattern right now. And I think it's being done on purpose. Universe is taking care of this new opportunity after whatever has ended here. So as long as you continue to put effort to connect with people, find a job, you know, that's going to come in because it won't magically appear if you're not putting in any effort. So as long as you're still putting in the effort, and then get out of your head of like, when is it coming? When is it coming? A better use of your mental skills of your time right now is to say, when it does come in, how am I going to show up? What are my beliefs when this comes in? What are my relational beliefs in relation to that? Because I don't know what you're waiting for. I don't know if you're waiting for a professional, platonic, or romantic connection. So how you show up in them is going to be different, right? So if I do get that job and I accept it, how am I going to show up? Well, where do those beliefs come from that I have to show up that way? Because I think you're going to figure out here, that's not your beliefs. Let's get you 3 cards of advice. I think you need to detach from that belief. I think that's how you got taken advantage of from a lot of people in your life. There's an old, outdated belief you have when it comes to connections. 3 cards of advice here. Don't worry about this. As long as you're putting the effort to connect, that's coming to you. One more shuffle. Thank you. In the meantime, we got to close this out. Your advice, King of Swords, Queen of Swords, and Queen of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, 2 of Cups. This came from family, friends, social groups, someone close to you, parents, parent, guardian, teachers. Someone implanted something in you. And now when you enter connection, you invest that way. You invest that way. You show up that way. So I think it's really important in this time for you to go back and reevaluate these relational beliefs you have, because some of them are outdated, and you're going to realize when that next opportunity comes in, you're going to be a whole new Pisces that enters it. That's what I have for you, Pisces, for the week ahead. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, comment, subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that on your mobile device. And don't forget to check out your other placements. Until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace.